Are you a kettlebell beginner and you're looking for a great place to start? I got something for you. Check the first link in the description. It leads to our free kettlebell workout course that'll serve you 30 days filled with kettlebell workouts. Click the link, sign up, and enjoy. Grüezi miteinander, Gregory von Lebe hier. I'm going to treat this video like a personal training session. Now it is just you and me. Not thousands of people watching, commenting, liking, or disliking. It's just you and me. I'm your coach, and you are a kettlebell beginner. You've maybe bought a kettlebell. You've already made your first steps. And what do we do if we buy something new and we try it out for the first time? We go online, and we want to find out what this thing is all about. You find a lot of resources. Some are great, some are just there and exist. And now you paint yourself this picture. I am here telling you that I start to see bigger and bigger discrepancies between conventional wisdom that is taught online and experience that I have in here with our clients, with our people like you. I have come to the conclusion that I now even consider some conventional wisdom as myths. I want to dispel 3 myths right now. Number 1, there's only one way to swing, clean, or snatch, or the best way. This is false. Number 2, the swing is not an exercise beginners should start with. False. Number 3, the snatch is an exercise beginners should stay away from. False. Let's conquer these myths step by step. Number 1, there's only one way to swing. Let me demonstrate you 3 types of variations of swings who look completely different, yet they're all perfectly suitable and perfectly fine. Number 2. Number 3. Don't believe the hype that there's only one way to swing. This claim, doesn't matter who says it, is completely false. The sports swing with the pendulum. There's some hinging going on, but I don't exaggerate it. And matter of fact, I catch the weight with my knees first, or with my quads to be more exact. With the hybrid version of the swing, yes, I'm hinging more, but I still want to be like water. I want to know when to contract. I want to know when to relax. Now, with more tension, I want to focus more on the tensing aspect of swinging and less on the relaxation process. The question, which swing you want to do, is preference, enjoyment, and goals. That's it. Let's jump into myth number 2. Beginners should stay away from the swing. A couple of days ago, I had a new client walk into the gym. In our first session, we did just some testing, an assessment. How's the shoulder extension and the flexion? Is there any pain? How's the hinge? How's her mobility? And how is her kinesthetic sense? It's a fancy word for saying how much in tune is she with her body's movements. Come to find out, she's very in tune with her body. She has no mobility issues. She has great extension, a great hip hinge, all good. And her squat, even though it's been a while since the last time she did something, yes, it was a little bit tough on her legs, but great form. Come to find out again that she has a past. She was a ski athlete back in the days. So, what did we do in the second workout? I showed her the deadlift. We were deadlifting. If you've been watching our channel, you probably know this workout because I teach it a lot. We were pressing and we were squatting. After the first 10 minutes, I told her, you know what? Let's pick a 10 kg and start swinging. She started swinging. It looked very good. It took her a couple of moves, of course. We always say your first swings are your worst swings. But her technique, her form was great. And I always ask, I said, how did it feel? And she was like, it feels great. I feel a little bit more confident. And yeah, it's energizing. Yes, it's a little bit exhausting, but I think I do understand the movement. She's classified as a pure beginner. She never touched a kettlebell in her life before. But with the second installment of the coaching, we were able to do a swing. So the next time she shows up, we are going to implement the swing. So technically speaking, I did a swing with a beginner. So if you are starting out, you have an athletic past, you have a great eye, you have a great kinesthetic sense, you watch a couple of our videos on how to do a swing, give it a shot. Even science will tell you that you don't have to worry about swinging. There's a great study done by a friend of mine, his name is Neil May from Australia, and he was doing a study with older people who were swinging for, I think it was 16 weeks straight. And yes, form was a little bit off, but they were all enjoying the benefits of swinging weights. And I can attest to this. What you see right now is our old school crew that is moving and training with kettlebells. And you see a swing here and there, and you know what? Form is not ultimately perfect, but it looks good, and they all enjoy the benefits of swinging a kettlebell. Let's dispel myth number 3. The snatch is not for beginners. Yes, of course, the snatch is technically a very complex exercise, but if you understand the swing, why not give it a shot? And let me tell you, and let me show you, matter of fact, what kind of snatch you want to engage in first. Let's just assume you are that woman. You've done your first swings. Your coach is giving you an okay, a passing grade. So now let's check out the snatch. What are we doing? I'm swinging the weight. It's the same hip hinge motion, but now I let the belt travel up a little bit further. There's some pulling going on, and then I spear it. Watch this. Here I go. Now the downward phase is the complex phase. So do this, rack it, and now back swing it, and bring it up again. Yes, it's technically called a half snatch, but it's still a snatch. And you can engage in it. Try it out. I don't think you're going to hurt yourself with a light weight. If you are a sane person, you won't pick up a 32 kg kettlebell for your first swing or your first snatch. So the essence of this video is the more experience that I can gather with real people in the real world, the less I see that some of these conventional advices do really hold weight. This doesn't really mean that conventional advice is wrong. No, it's not. But sometimes we need the perspective of real life experience. And one thing that is so dear and important to me now that I've gathered this experience is I want to relay this information to you and let you know that if your swing doesn't look like mine, if your clean doesn't look like mine, if your snatch doesn't look like mine, it's totally fine. This rhymes. Woo. Essentially, this means if you follow the proper fundamentals that you need to know in order to understand these exercises, you put in the reps, your body is the chief executive of the final movement and what it will look like. You probably have different hips than mine, different leg length, different arm length, different torso length. Everything is different. You might be heavier, shorter, taller, bigger. This will influence the way you swing, snatch, clean, and other exercises as well. So please don't think for a second that just because your swing doesn't look like somebody else you mimic or you love or you think that you want to imitate, that there's something wrong. Listen to your body. Your body is giving you these cues. And if you enjoy the benefits, if your body's telling you that it's all right, then keep going. So here's the next step that you want to do. You have to like this video, consider subscribing, share it with a friend, and then go watch this video right here. It is a masterclass of the clean and press. If you have mastered the swing, I want you to learn the clean and press as fast as possible. And in this video, I will teach it to you. So go watch it right now.